you're very welcome to Kilmallock on a beautiful evening for hurling. This is the 21st of May, and the team you're looking at coming out, of course, on the Piarsaigh under-21s, and the Piarsaigh, of course, they'll be hoping to gain their first county under-21 title here in Kilmallock tonight. But they face formidable opposition in the Ahane men. Ahane beat a very fancied Kilmallock only last week down in Croom, and they look very, very good indeed. On the other hand, these boys in the Piarsaigh, well, they had a huge win of about 12-13 points over the Killeedy men. So they'll be hoping, in actual fact, that club in the Piarsaigh are 21 years old this year, and they'll be hoping to gain their first county under-21 title to liven up the celebrations. And here come Ahane. Well, here come Ahane in their third county final. Remember, county under-21 final led out there, of course, by Kevin Herbert. And I suppose it's appropriate now that we send best wishes to Sean Herbert, who's in St. John's Hospital. Well, we hope he'll get well soon. And his son hopes to captain Ahane, that famous club from East Limerick, to their county final win tonight. As I say, a most beautiful evening for hurling. And if you hear me croaking during the commentary, it's because I have a bad flu, and you might say, how did he get that with the sun? But I suppose it's down to the vagaries of the Irish weather. We've had some, last few days have been beautiful, and which is unusual for the playing of the under-21 county championship, because if you remember, for the last few years, indeed in 1986 and 87, very, very bad weather for the under-21 county final that was played much later in the year, and indeed Ahane figured in those county finals. Remember, they played a thrilling game in 86 down in Bruff, and they lost eventually by they won in Bruff by a goal, and the following year they went to Kilmallock and they failed this time to Clahane. Well, it was the same opposition over the 2 years. They'll be hoping to add another under-21 title to their vast array of senior and minor under-21 titles that they've garnered down through the years. I suppose it's appropriate now to give the line out of the teams. Ahane will be served by Fergal Harrison in goal, vastly experienced man. Their full backline will be William O'Brien, Emma Graham and Dermot Collins, Tom Coffey, Kevin Herbert and Tony Graham. Make up the midfield or the half-back partnership, and you have Seamus Herbert and Adrian O'Sullivan at midfield. Adrian O'Sullivan, very, very experienced for a young lad. Half-forward line, well, they'll be led at half-forward by the number 11, Turlock Herbert. He'll be playing number 11. Unusual for Turlock, usually associate that man with the full-back or a back position. And on his right will be John Porter, and his left will be Patrick Smith. Full forward line made up of Dermot Harrison, right corner forward, Tony Ryan in the other corner, and Darragh O'Neill at full forward. Well, this Ahane seem to have changed about their team, because you'll remember Darragh O'Neill played an awful lot of his hurling in the half-back line. Well, he reverted to the full forward position for the semi-final against Kilmallock, and he shot 1-6. Let's give a look at the Piarsaigh team now, Jim. We'll run down through those. As I say, the Piarsaigh hoping to win their first county under-21 title, and I suppose their supporters would say it's appropriate that they would this year, celebrating their 21st anniversary. In goal, they'll have Tom Malay, son of a man by the same name, of course, gave great service to Kilmallock hurling. Their full backline, Joe McCarthy, Chris Graham and Brian Horrigan, who played extremely well as a unit in the semi-final against Killeedy. The half-back line, Paul Condon, Fergal Brosnan and Owen Moriarty. And Robbie Nolan will be playing number 9 with Pat Nolan, number 8 at midfield. Half-forward line, Pat Condon, Richie O'Brien and Richard O'Flaherty. And their full forward line, which is very, very slick when they start to move. You'll have Connor Shields, Paul O'Farrell and Shosha Laffin in the corner. So those are the respective line-outs. And hopefully we'll have as good a game as we've had in under-21 level as we've had for the past few years. Huh? Now trained on Tom Buston, throwing up the coin there between Fergal Brosnan from the Piarsaigh and Kevin Herbert. Kevin Hull plays centre back, and I think it's the Ahane men have won the toss. Harry? So, all in readiness for the start of the 1989 county under. Sorry. So, I'm sorry, of course, it's a Pat Considine that's at midfield instead. I said Pat Nolan. So So Pat Constantine and Robbie Nolan at midfield for Na Piarsaigh. Better to get that out of the way. And as I say, a splendid evening for the game. And I've a dose of sniffles. Sun gone in, and I suppose just at the right time, because it's going from right to left, and I played only recently an evening match on Friday night here, and that sun coming from the right into, it would be Fergal Harrison's eyes for the first half, can be very, very deceiving indeed. So, all in readiness. Referee Tom Buston about to throw the ball in. Number 8 there for Ahane at the back, that's Seamus Herbert, and in front of him Adrian O'Sullivan. Number 8 for the Na Piarsaigh men, Pat Considine, and behind him, of course, Robbie Nolan. All in readiness for this, the 1989 County Under 21 final. Ball's in, and the game is on. Hard pulling to toss there. Seamus Herbert comes from Adrian Sullivan, gets a good ball in there. Tulloch Herbert, we usually see that man in the backs. Here he is there, getting a good ball right in there, trying to bring Darragh O'Neill into the game. O'Neill puts the hand up, has the ball in his hand. Well done by O'Neill, blocked down there by the number 7, Owen Moriarty. Moriarty coming out with it, and there's hard hurling in these early stages of the game. Adrian Sullivan comes across to cut this one out. Sullivan trying to make his way to Owen Moriarty, gives him a shoulder. Moriarty there with Tulloch Herbert, hard hurling here, hard pulling around the fierce exchanges there. Number 10, John Porter, taking his shot, that the ball veering off to the left and gone wide. So a very, very bright opening here at Kilmallock. A very, very bright opening indeed to this County Under 21 final. All action as Tom Millay in the Na Piarsaigh goal gets ready to puck out. And you can see there, no wind at all to contend with, dropping that ball down on the middle of the field, battered through there by the Na Piarsaigh number 5, Paul Condon. Hard tussling over there, ball in around centre back Fergal Brosnan coming out with it. He's fouled, says the referee, by John Porter, and that will be a free out to the Na Piarsaigh men. And Paul Condon, the number 5, will take it. Condon play part of a very, very hard half-back line, sound half-back line that functioned here only last week in that semi-final win over Killeedy. Condon striking that ball deep into the square. Coming out of it, there's Paul Farrell. Farrell has the ball in his hand, making round the defenders, takes his shot. Good one from Paul Farrell. The umpire a bit slow in signalling, but it's first blood to the City Kingpins Na Piarsaigh as that ball sent over there by the full forward, Paul Farrell. And that man, believe me, he'll take some guarding tonight. Emmett Graham will have to be on his toes. And that's the same. Emmett Graham with that puck out, dropping it a bit short around the 70-yard line. Tulloch Herbert coming out for it, foraging there. Fergal Brosnan is after him. Tulloch Herbert making inroads there. There's 4 Na Piarsaigh men around him. He delivers the ball there to John Porter. Porter takes his shot high, gone to the right and gone wide. Second one from John Porter. Hasn't got his shooting hurley with him as yet, but that will improve as the evening goes on, hopefully for the Ahane men, as Tom Millay prepares for this puck out. So an all action beginning here at Kilmallock. Ball dropping down, middle of the field. Breaking back there as far as Kevin Herbert. Herbert has the ball. Oh, well blocked down there by Richie O'Brien. First thing there, Kevin Herbert claiming that ball was a handball, but Richard O'Flaherty running in at the number 12. He says contented it is in a piercing ball. Richie Nolan to take it to number 9, and he's just inside the 70-meter line, cutting that ball, dangerous ball in there towards Shorsha laughing. Paul Farrell is out again. Farrell's shot goes high, dropping in dangerous one down. Fergal Harrison, you can see he has a peaked cap on there to keep the sun out of his eyes. John Porter, or it's not John Porter, it's Padraig Smith, of course, hitting that one. Smith striking that one. Hit out there by the number 5, Tom Coffey. Tulloch Herbert gets the ball in. Flick there. Darragh O'Neill has the ball in his hand, breaking around him. Or Chris Graham. Herbert brought to the ground. And obviously Chris Graham has heard stories about Darragh O'Neill, that he was the master marksman in that county semi-final against Kilmallock, coming out with 1-6 at the end of the game. And he leaves this one for Tulloch Herbert, operating at centre forward. Look, about 30 metres out, should be no problem for him, and it definitely isn't. That levels the scoring. Ahane out of Tulloch Herbert bringing parity between the sides. It's now 1 point each, and well, very much all to play for. I don't think there will be much between these sides at the end of the game. Very, very evenly matched, as we can see from the opening exchanges. Fergal Harrison poking this one out. John Porter's underneath it. So to Seamus Hassett. John Porter coming here for this one. Emmett Moriarty is there as well. Oh, Robbie Nolan pulling hard on that one. Kevin Herbert out from the centre-back position. Tusnik for this one. Look at the determination of the man's face. Kevin Herbert taking a knock there from Owen Moriarty, the number 7. And that will be a free in, says referee Tom Buston. Tulloch Herbert comes out from the centre-forward position, way out. And that ball is just a couple of yards inside the 70-yard line. Breeze slightly aiding the handman, doesn't give it full force, dropping in there to Dara O'Neill. O'Neill goes up, Chris Graham is there as well. Ball breaks there as far as Patrick Smith, the number 12, trying to make room for himself. Blocked down there by Paul Condon. Smith takes the shot again. Blocked in there by the number 6, Fergal Brosnan from the Piarsaigh there. Stalemate in there. Tom Buston looking at the exchanges, calling the ball over, and he'll in actual fact he'll call John Porter aside, and I think he's going to take John Porter's name as he tells Fergal Brosnan to go away about his business. So John Porter first name taken in this county under 21 final. So John Porter will have to be in his guard from now on. Fergal Harrison with the puck out, dropping that ball. Oh, Adrian Sullivan went up well to get it, and Kevin Herbert controlling things there in the centre-back position. Ahane playing very, very well in these opening stages. Dara O'Neill is way out. Chris Graham brings the hurling right down top of him. Chris Graham did well there to block that one. Coming across for it here is Owen Moriarty. Moriarty to number 7 with Seamus Hassett going for it. Hassett has him now. When actually fact was Willem or Joe McCarthy that was blocked there. The ball break through there to Dara O'Neill. O'Neill finds himself in room, takes his shot. Beautiful shot from Dara O'Neill. The handful forward, very much on his game this evening. You can see he's wearing a heavily bandaged tie there. Obviously troubling him. Didn't trouble him when he got that ball, and he's got some good balls that have been dropping in there, and warning bells must be ringing now for the Piarsaigh men, because O'Neill seems to be on his game this evening. That's his first point of the game. 2 points to 1 hand lead. Patrick Smith is over there tussling with the number 5 Paul Condon in close attendance. The ball goes out over the sideline. That will be a line ball for the handmen, and they're enjoying a lot of all the play in these early stages of the game. A little over 5 minutes gone, and Tulloch Herbert will take this one. Oh, low, only goes fast Fergal Brosnan. Very sorry, Paul Condon, of course, dropping that ball over the far side of the field. They're going for Richie O'Brien and Kevin Herbert. Ball gone out, and the linesman signals that that's going to be in a Piarsaigh ball. What strikes me even in these early stages of the game is that the Piarsaigh are certainly not playing with the same fluency that they did against Ahane here a week ago. In that game they were passing that ball, spraying it, or against the Killedy, sorry. Spraying that ball all around the field. Paul Fowle coming out for that one. He's fouled by Emmett Graham, and that will be a free in and a chance for Robbie Nolan. So a chance for Robbie Nolan to again equalise for the Piarsaigh men, but they're not playing with the same fluency that they did a week ago. That's a good one from Robbie Nolan. That will do, says referee Tom Buston. Another point from the Piarsaigh, gets 2 points each, and both sides teasing it out at the moment. I think you're right there, Jim, saying there that the 2 full forwards seem to be playing a big part in this game, certainly in the early stages. Dara O'Neill have won in for the handmen, and Paul O'Farrell at full forward for the Piarsaigh men. Of course, Paul got that first point, and he was fouled for the second one. Emmett Graham dropping that ball down, and referee Tom Buston sees the foul there. John Porter called up, and Robbie Nolan will gain a few yards with this one. And this man was striking very well last week. Bending, lifting, that's a good stroke, a dangerous ball right in there. Paul fell underneath, Emmett Graham is there as well. Ball breaks. Kevin Herbert very, very vigilant back there. Mishits his shot up, coming out, shoulders his man. There's hard holding here. Seamus Hassett going back for stalemate into Adrian Sullivan is there. He gets only as far as the Piarsaigh man. Pat Constantine takes his shot right across the square. Waiting underneath it there is the number 7, Tony Graham. Still, oh, dangerous ball in there. Ball bobbling around in the Ahane, not getting it out. Tulloch Herbert eventually gets, or Kevin Herbert eventually gets it out. And Darragh O'Neill, roving from the full forward position, makes room for himself. Beautifully done, strikes them. Oh, beautiful score from Darragh O'Neill. A beautiful score. Came out, collected that ball about 50 yards from the Piarsaigh goal, turned his bad, made room for himself and swinging left-handed over the bar for the lead point for Ahane. And Darragh O'Neill leaving off where he left off against the Kilmallock men. Remember, he had a 1-6 total in that semi-final. And he's motoring very well here tonight. Chris Graham, the fullback, will have to stand down him. Tony Graham there, the number 7, getting away. But it's Fergal Brosnan. Brosnan flicks the ball through there. Tazo Flaherty, Rishdal Flaherty, the number 12, getting that ball in there. Ball breaking out. Here's Fars Adrian. In actual fact, it's Tom Coffey. Coffey gets flicked up here. Well done there by Tom Coffey into the corner forward. Dermot Harrison. Harrison flicks that ball over the far side of the field, going for his Tony Ryan. Ryan flicks it on further into the corner. Gone very, very near the line. The sideline has gone out. It'll be a line ball for the Na Piarsaigh men. Nice hurling that. That ball swept from the corner down here. Tom Coffey got the move in motion. Up as far as Dermot Harrison. Harrison let it go across to Tony Ryan. Ryan flicked on it first time, but the ball, too much speed in it, ran out. Paul Condon, number 5 with this one. Ball breaks in there as far as Padraig Smith. Ball taken off him by Robbie Nolan. Puts a good ball through to Richie O'Brien. Richie O'Brien trying to... Paul Farrell again waiting underneath that ball. Ducking the head as he went up for it, expecting the close attentions of Emma. Flicks a good ball through. Connor Shields, this is the danger man for the Ahane. Flicks a good ball through to Shorsha Laffin. Laffin shoots. Oh, goal! A goal! And I got a fit of coughing halfway through that, but it's not going to affect the Na Piarsaigh goal. Connor Shields, after some good spade work by Richie O'Brien, 50 yards out, he left a good ball into Connor Shields, very, very dangerous in the semi-final. Shields made room for himself, flicked the ball through to Shorsha Laffin, the left corner forward, and Shorsha made no mistake with that one, flashing the ball past Fergal Harrison in the goal. Fergal, that sun is deep down the sky and it's right into his eyes. Kevin Herbert over there. And Fergal Brosnan, or Turlock Herbert, pulling the ball at the other end of the field, and the linesman calling that ball up. It will be a line ball for the Ahane men. And the number 7, it will be left, I'd say, to number 7, Tony Graham, to take it. You'll have to forgive me for mixing up the Herberts. Kevin, of course, is centre back, and Turlock Herbert is number 11. As Tony Graham prepares with this one. Swinging at it left-handed, gets the ball to Brian as far as Robbie Nolan. Nolan cuts that ball off, trying to make room for himself to score now. 1-2 for Na Piarsaigh and 3 points for Ahane. Playing that ball. This is the kind of hurling they were doing against Killeedy. Out to Shorsha Laffin, right on the very line. Laffin swings a huge ball right across. Waiting underneath it, there's Paul Farrell. Farrell has the ball in his hand. He's fouled. The referee, actual fact was Kevin Herbert got the ball in his hand. Fouled in the process, and that will be a free out for the Ahane. Kevin Herbert back in the full back line to take this one. Vastly experienced for a young lad. Getting good lint, well, dropping it down short there to Tulloch Herbert. Hard pulling there on the 40. Seamus Hassett moves across it. Seamus Hassett there and Pat Considine. Staying right around there. Tony Graham just tries to clear it up. Only goes as far as Pat Considine. Considine flicks the ball, but only out over the sideline. A line ball for the Ahane men. I see Tulloch Herbert there swinging. He's hurling there, looking for a replacement. Thrown into him. Tom Buston removing the man that brought the hurling in. He'd find it hard to play without a hurley. Ooh. Big wide swing there by Seamus Hassett. Missed it the first time, got it the second time. Ball breaks back there to Rishdal O'Flaherty. Our own Moriarty. Moriarty O'Brien says Padraig Smith. Smith tried to make room for us. Threw the ball up. I thought he did. And Tom Buston says the same. Padraig Smith saying that he didn't. But nevertheless, it's a free out. And Paul Condon will take this one, the number 5. Getting good lint into it. Dropping that ball down there, breaking back for his Pat Constantine. Pat Constantine, the number 10, has it. Pat Condon. Condon swings a good ball very near the inline. Short Laffin tries to keep it in, but that ball goes out over the inline, and this score remains from Piarsaigh 1-2 and Ahane 3 points. On what is a splendid evening for hurling here in Kilmallock, and then a very, very good start indeed. Emmett Graham with that puck out, I see. Getting good better lint into this one. Pat Constantine breaks back there for that one. Tulloch Herbert is in close attendance. Can't stop this delivery though. Ball breaking through there. Kevin Herbert, he's very, very sound at centre back in these early stages. Well blocked down there by Richie O'Brien. Ball. Oh, John Porter, this could be trouble for Porter. Remember, his name is taken. And I think he's going to be let off there from Tom Buston. Certainly a name-taking offence there, no doubt about it. He drew across Owen Moriarty as he made for the ball from behind. And I think John can consider himself very, very lucky with that one. Pat Condon comes across, or Paul Condon comes across on the other side to take this one. Drops that dangerous ball in, ball breaking out here. John Porter going for it again. And Owen Moriarty in close attendance. The number 7. Porter gets his ball. Oh, and John Porter hasn't learned his lesson, going to draw back there. Got a clatter, he hit that ball. Ball dropping in, dangerous ball in there. Short and Laff was in the end of it, but Fergal Harrison, very, very alert to this one. Gets a good drive into it. Ball breaks from Padraig Smith back to Tulloch Herbert. Herbert in full flight. Paul Condon going back there. Herbert gets a good ball, a good delivery in there. Cornerback Brian Horrigan misses that one. Dermot Harrison is there. John Porter going for this one, can't keep it in. That will be a line ball for the Ahane, and a chance. Whatever breeze there is blowing is helping the Ahane in this first half. Is blowing from left to right, but very, very slight. As you can see, both teams driving the ball a fair distance. And Seamus Hassett moves in from the midfield position to take this one. And I'm sure he'll be aiming this ball for Darragh O'Neill in the edge of the square. 1-2 from the Piarsaigh and 3 points. Oh, good ball from Hassett. Oh, Tomalay dangerously bats that ball out there. Dermot Harrison stalemate into Harrison trying to get the ball in his hand. He has the ball in his hand. Brian Horrigan in close attendance. Oh, beautiful ball right across the face. The goal from Dermot Harrison, the number 13. He did very well getting that one and delivering it. But alas, it veered off to the left and gone wide. So the score remains 1-2 for them. Piarsaigh and Ahane of 3 points. And all to play for it as Sundridge Kilmallock. We make it 17 minutes gone in this first half. Ball dropping down. Seamus has it. Oh, that ball's hot. He can't handle it. He still has it though. And there's legs being put in there. There's hard holding here. There's no doubt about it. Tony Ryan is there, also there as well as the number 11, Richie O'Brien. Flicks a nice ball there through to Pat Constantine. Constantine flicks the ball, oh, way back. You don't see that and holding off, and it works this time from the Piarsaigh in. Paul Condon dropping a huge ball in there to Paul Farrell. Farrell decides to pull in this one. Ball breaks. Short and laughing, the number 15. He's very, very dangerous. That ball going to the left and gone wide. In actual fact was Conor Shields that struck that one. Conor Shields, the number 13. Emmett Graham launching a huge one way out, dropping down here. Owen Moriarty and John Porter. Ball breaks in there to Dermot Harrison and Brian Horrigan. Going back to clear it up, there's Robbie Nolan. Nolan gets a good stroke in here. Oh, well done there by Tom Coffey to Seamus Hassett. Hassett gets the throw to Adrian Sullivan. Tulloch Herbert going for it, trying to get the flick in, flicking the ball out. Oh, nice ball there through as well. The number 15, Tony Ryan. Oh, good shot in there. Tom Malay, very, very vigilant. Oh, Malay. I thought he was going to be caught there by Darragh O'Neill coming in the end of the swing, but no, he gets a nice fast Padraig Smith over the far side of the field, flicking the ball onto the hole. He gets a good shot in, delivers in, dangerous ball. Darragh O'Neill is there, and so too is Owen Moriarty. Moriarty coming out with the ball. Oh, nice hand pass here as far as Robbie Nolan. Nolan has to get rid of it quick. Dermot Harrison, or Seamus Hassett comes in, but can't stop that ball going down there. Paul Farrell. Ball breaks there as far as the number 4, Dermot Collins. And it's Conor Shields had it. Shields takes his shot and dropping in Fergal Harrison. Very, very vigilant in there. Conor Shields shot, dropping shot. Ball dropping out of the far side of the field. Padraig Smith very much in the game in this first half, trying to get his stroke in. Blocked out there by Paul Condon. Ball breaks as far as Robbie Nolan. Nolan cut away there by Adrian Sullivan. Sullivan's hurley is broke. Ball breaks in there as far as Fergal Brosnan. There's number 6. Oh, doesn't hit a good one. Ball dropping down. Pat Constantine is there. So too is the number 2, Joe McCarthy. Ball taken off him by Padraig Smith. Smith trying to get his stroke in. He does, but he's bottled up. Tulloch Herbert is there in assistance. Herbert, oh, he cleans up. Good ball right into the corner. Very, very few of the Piarsaigh back with here, but Chris Graham is there, the fullback. Graham standing over the ball. Is he going to try and pick it? Should he get it out of there? Darren O'Neill's there as well. O'Neill tripped from back. Referee says play on. Stalemate down there. Trying to get, oh. William O'Brien getting that ball away. Only his house, Dermot Harrison. Harrison flicks the ball through. Coming in to meet it nicely. There's Owen Moriarty. Moriarty, the number 7, laying that ball rip. Roving way up in the full forward position. Hard hurling here. Neither team wilting in this early stages of the game. Padraig Smith flicks the ball through behind his house. Fergal Brosnan, number 6, trying to make room for himself. He does. Has Paul Condon. There's some lovely hurling in this game. Condon puts the ball way through in there as far as Shorshire laughing, trying to make room for himself. Does just that. Flicks the ball through behind as far as the corner back. Stalemate in there. Look at that, fighting for that ball. Connor Shields there, flicks it. Seamus Hassel is there, the number 8. Oh, hard pulling. And Tom Buston is going to take Kevin Herbert aside, and that's another name for the Ahane into the book. The Ahane down there in that position, certainly not taking any prisoners. There was a lot of wild swinging, and Tom Buston says that the Ahane was the culprit. So Kevin Herbert's name goes into the book, and giving Robbie Nolan the chance to put further daylight between the two sides. Striking this ball, striking it well. He's a beautiful striker. The ball is Robbie Nolan, making no mistake with that one. Ball over the bar. 1 goal and 3 points now for the Piarsaigh, and 3 points for Ahane. So after that early flurry by the Ahane men, today carrying the hopes of East Limerick, they seem to have gone off the boil a little. And indeed, the Piarsaigh haven't as such upped their game enough, but they're still plugging away both sides. Too early to throw in the towel yet, as Emma Graham takes that puck out, dropping down. Adrian Sullivan's underneath, and so too is Pat Considine. Ball breaks over there. Padraig Smith gets the throw. Was it Adrian Sullivan in there as far as John Porter? John Porter's moved into the corner. Porter trying to round his man Joe McCarthy. Joe McCarthy standing steady over there. McCarthy flicking that ball away as far as Tulloch Herbert. Herbert can try to make room for himself. Paul Condon's there. Oh, ball breaking right across the face. The goal as far as Dermot Harrison. Harrison, the number 13, trying to make room for himself. Oh, look at the cornerback floundering in his wake. Oh, dangerous ball in there, and Tom Millay is equal to the task in there. Out there to the number 10, Pat Condon. Condon adds to it. Over the, a wild pull from Richie O'Brien there on Kevin Herbert, and referee Tom Buston calls play back, and will give Kevin Herbert a chance to relieve the situation back there. That's his own 70-yard line. That's just a little to his left as we are watching it, or his right. Dropping that ball in, way in there. Stalemate in there. Darragh O'Neill has a drop shot. Blocked down to O'Neill, still coming over. He goes down very, very low for the ball. Dropping a good ball in. A beautiful point from Darragh O'Neill. He's very much on his game here today. That's 4 points for Ahane. And unless I'm mistaken, that's Darragh O'Neill's 3rd point of the game. So, Ahane needed that score. As I said, they had gone off the boil a little, letting the Piarsaigh lads in for a few scores. 1 3 to 4 points. Puck out, dropping down the far side field. Padraig Smith getting through an awful lot of hurling, dropping that ball in there. Ball flicked on his house. Tony Ryan making room for himself. Flicks it left-handed. It doesn't curl enough for Tony. It's gone to the left and gone wide. And he's encouraged here by the Ahane dugout that things will be better the next time. That's a change in the Ahane team. Tony Ryan has come to right half forward, and John Porter, who was very much in the wars early in the game, you'll remember, has gone into the corner. Ball dropping down on Moriarty. Tony Ryan gets a flick to it. Coming off of there's Dermot Harrison. Harrison controlling it beautifully. Sends a high probing shot in there. Tom Millay looks up, and Tom Millay can do nothing about that one. A beautiful score from Dermot Harrison, the number 13. He had come out from his corner forward position, picked the ball up tentatively. I didn't think he didn't think himself, I'd say, that he was going to chance a shot. Turned around, swiveled, and sent it soaring between the posts. 1 goal and 3 points off of the Piarsaigh got a hand, 5 points, just a point between it. Well blocked down there, ball conveying the line. Robbie Nolan does well to get that ball down the field. Or it was Owen Moriarty down the wing there, but Kevin Herbert is there to cut the ball away off, and that will be free out for the Ahane men. Kevin Herbert with this one, and fortunes for both teams fluctuating here in this county under 21 final. Oh, Paul Condon goes up beautifully, plucks that one out there. Seamus Hassett cuts off his attempted pass though. Hassett trying to make room for himself. Hard pulling there by Adrian Sullivan. Gets the ball here as far as Tony Ryan. Dermot Harrison is going to take the ball. Owen Moriarty is there as well. Ball going out over the sideline. It will be a line ball for the Ahane men, and the line ball that Tulloch Herbert, the number 11, will take. Take a full. Oh, this one runs right along the ground. Pat Consign gets afflicted out there as far as Richie O'Brien, but Seamus has to get it out. There's the ball. Oh, Darragh O'Neill very, very nearly had it in the hand. Ball breaks to Padraig Smith. Smith trying to make room for himself. Does. Oh, his attempted shot blocked down. Stalemate in there. Tony Ryan getting a flick in there as far as Dermot Harrison. Harry is his call by the handman. Ball cut down to Brosnan. Oh, nice hurling there by Richard O'Flaherty, number 12. Is he away? Tulloch Herbert is coming over to cut him out. Oh, and Richard O'Flaherty, the number 12, taken out of the game. Richard O'Flaherty taken out of the game there by Kevin Herbert as he went through. That's a substitute for Ahane. The number 16, Cathal Smith, and Cathal Smith is going to replace John Porter. And I suppose the Ahane at this stage are thinking that, well, the way John was swinging the hurling, that they could be down to 40. And remember, he had the name taken, so deciding to bring in Cathal Smith into the corner forward position as Robbie Nolan prepares with this one about 50 metres out. That one's gone way off to the right and gone wide. Score remains Na Piarsaigh 1-3, Ahane 5 points. 1-3 to 5 points, just the points separating them in favour, of course, in Na Piarsaigh. And I see a change in the Na Piarsaigh team. Paul Fell has come out centre forward and Richie O'Brien gone in full. Ball dropping down, gets afflicted by Adrian Sullivan. Robbie Nolan is coming across. Nolan half pulled. Oh, there's a melee right in the middle of the field. Dermot Harrison is left on his own ball. Strictly coming very, very near the 9. Dermot Hassett, he couldn't get to. Oh, Seamus Hassett, of course, couldn't get to that one. And I thought myself that was going to be in the Piarsaigh ball. Mind you, I was trying to escape Seamus Hassett as he came thundering in on top of me. Oh, he was told to send it down to Dermot Harrison's corner, and look what he did, right into the very corner. Chris Graham comes out to cut off the danger here, coming as far as Adrian Sullivan. Oh, a hard shoulder there from Robbie Nolan. Nolan giving Adrian Sullivan a root of a shoulder there, driving him over the line. And Seamus Hassett going to trying to exact revenge, and then off the ball it's it. Seamus Harrison heels on the ground over the ball, and referee Tom Buston decides that the best thing to do in this situation would be to throw the ball in straight in front of us. And I'll tell you, you're going to see some pull here, I'd imagine, because look at it. Hard pulling. Oh, and off the ball incident there. Seamus Hassett pulls right across Robbie Nolan. Now, to be fair, I think you saw it on camera there that Robbie Nolan pulled first across Seamus Hassett, and Hassett then retaliated when the ball had gone. But there might have been, to be fair, a little incident just before that when Robbie Nolan threw the first belt. You'll see it all on video. Robbie Nolan being attended to. I think just got him across the back of the legs. Nothing wrong with him, says someone in the crowd. Mind you, I wouldn't fancy getting a slap like that. No, I'd have to say that. And Tom Buston is going to throw the ball in between the same two players. Now, in all honesty, I think Tom throwing it in, half pulling again as we approach, well, a couple of minutes to half time. Oh, Paul Fell, this could be trouble for Tulloch Herbert. And I think Tom Buston doesn't want to send anyone off here tonight, because in all honesty, Kevin Herbert came out there and pulled right across Paul Fell. Very, very lucky indeed. I remember his name is taken already. So look, or Kevin will have to be on his best behaviour, I think, as Robbie Nolan just on the 70-yard line. Takes his shot, gone to the left, then gone wide. Score remains 1 goal and 3 points for the City Kingpins in the Piarsaigh, and the men from East Limerick Ahane don't have 5 points. So Emmett Graham, and I'd say you're right, Jim, this could be the last piece of action we'll see in this half. Minute and a half to go. Ball dropping down there. Robbie Nolan, he's getting to a lot of work. Robbie Nolan, another hurley gun, I think. Tony Ryan's hurley gun, dropping that ball over there on the far side of the field. Pat Condon going for the number 10. Oh, picking it up is Paul Farrell. Farrell looks at the goal. Takes his shot. Oh, beautiful point from Paul Farrell. Remember, he's got out centre forward now. That's Paul Farrell's second point of the game. And there may have been a foul over there, all right, on Kevin Herbert. The crowd seemed to think so behind me. There was a push. Referee Tom Buster did see it, allowed play go on. And quick as a flash, Paul Farrell was on it. And strike it from about 30 yards out straight between the posts. So score coming up to half time, 1-4 from the Piarsaigh, 5 points for Ahane. So Kevin Herbert will feel hard done by with that one, I think. Has fully recovered. And Emmett Graham will take the puck out. And Tom Buston says that's it for this half, lads. And at half time in this most and very interesting County Under-21 final of 1989, we have the Piarsaigh ahead by 2 points, 1 goal and 4 points to 5 points. And of course, the big difference between the sides in that first half, there's very, very little between them, but the big difference, I suppose, is that goal. And of course, it was Shorsha Laffin that got it, stuck the ball in the back of the net after some very, very good work by Conor Shields and Richie O'Brien just outside him. Ball eventually made its way to Shorsha Laffin, and Laffin had the easiest of tasks. He shotted that ball to the back of the net. So 2 points between the sides, 1-4, 7 points from the Piarsaigh, Ahane 5 points. And it's all to play for neither side going into the dressing room, because I can assure you there's no need on an evening like this evening. They're certainly not going to get cold. And Darragh O'Neill at the other end, we might get a shot of him there, Jim, the number 14. Are Ahane going to go into the dressing room, I wonder? No, I don't think so. But Darragh O'Neill, he seems to be the third in the Piarsaigh side. Remember, he's got 3 points already, and he's playing some immaculate hurling when he gets that ball in there. But I suppose that's the problem for Ahane, trying to get it into him. Because he looks very, very dangerous when he does get it. So I'm sure both sides will be most happy with their first half performance. The Piarsaigh, I'd have to say, aren't playing anything like they did against Killeedy. And I suppose the Ahane people, I haven't seen the game, but the Ahane people would tell me that they're not playing like they did against Kilmallock. Remember, Ahane had a resounding win against the Kilmallock men by 5 points. Well, all to play for. Join us for the second half. Well, you're back for the restart of the second half. And nothing's changed, surprisingly enough. It's the same score. 1-4 from the Piarsaigh and Ahane, 5 points. Fine crowd here in Kilmallock. And at the end of this, there's a county title at stake. So we're going to have one good half an hour's hurling, I reckon. And I see a change straight away on the Ahane side. Seamus Hassett has gone full forward. Darragh O'Neill centre forward, and Turlock Herbert is out midfield now, partnering Adrian O'Sullivan. Paul Farrell is still centre forward for the Piarsaigh men, and they're anxious for that ball to be thrown in. Breaking out here, coming forward is Adrian Sullivan. Sullivan going to try and get his stroke in. Dropping a good ball right in there. Seamus Hassett is underneath it. So too is cornerback Joe McCarthy. McCarthy, the ball taken off him by the substitute, Cahill Smith. And Cahill earns a free for the Ahane men. And a chance for Turlock Herbert to bring just the smallest of margins between the sides. 1-4 to 5. And I don't think this one should prove any problems for Turlock Herbert as he rises. Oh, that ball was dipping. Sailed through the hurleys, over the bar. Another point for Turlock Herbert and another one for Ahane. 1 goal and 4 points out from the Piarsaigh and 6 points for Ahane. And we're just down to 1 point between the sides again. Ball dropping down the far side of the field. Robbie Nolan is there, cutting in their zone. Moriarty flicking the ball there as the number 12, Richard Flaherty. Flaherty trying to bring Paul Farrell Kevin Herbert is over there. Willie O'Brien cuts it off, but only as far as Owen Moriarty right in there to Richie O'Brien. Dermot Harrison fumbles that ball right in there, coming out, recovering well though. Is young Harrison dropping that ball out around the middle of the field. Owen Moriarty is there, hard pulling there by Fergal Brosnan right in there. Paul Fall's on his own. Fullback Emma Graham is out there as well. Fall has in his hand, looks at the goal, high. Oh, beautiful shooting from Paul Fall. And we were talking earlier about Darragh O'Neill and his unerring accuracy. Well, that's the third point for Paul O'Farrell. His third point, he's operating now at centre forward. And he's doing well. Ball dropping down the midfield. Adrian Sullivan pulls it. Blocked down there by Darragh O'Neill to Adrian Sullivan. Sullivan gets his flick through. Fergal Brosnan's here. Darragh O'Neill trying to hook him. Fails. Kevin Herbert coming across. Oh, nicely flicked on there by Paul Farrell. Farrell's playing very well in there. That's hard holding. Tony Graham, his effort at clearing is blocked down. Pat Constantine gets the ball through there. Short Laughlin is there. Oh, Richie O'Brien trying to cut through there. Ball breaking back there as far as the number 12. This is there. Just Richardo Flaherty is right in, decides to pick. Oh, good lord. Richardo Flaherty will be disappointed with that one. He broke around the defence. Oh, and look at that, Jim. We've got a man. He's badly injured down there. Blood pouring from a head wound. Not too sure who it is. I can't see the number. I had a guess. I'd say it is Tom Coffey, who seems to be badly injured. No, it's not Tom Coffey. It's not Tony Graham. It's and I think it's going to be so bad that they're going to bring a sub in. Timmy Dawson, the number 18. Oh, that's who I have down on my subs list, Timmy Dawson. So I'm not too sure who it is still. I can't see a number. It's the right corner back, I think. Timmy Dawson has gone in, and that man there, badly injured. Is it William O'Brien? We'll let you know as we go on. I think it could be William O'Brien, all right. That's gone off the Ahane team injured. Timmy Dawson is on. Darragh O'Neill has the ball in his hand, rounds his man going through it. Holds the Hurley shot, dropping the ball and cutting right across. There's Patrick Smith right across the goal. Carl Smith is in there. Patrick Smith is in there. That's hard pulling in there, but the ball comes out. Joe McCarthy coming out of there, the cornerback tried to get his throw kid. Pat Cossa is back there. So it was Patrick Smith. Smith making room for himself, sends it high, sends it to the right and wide. So score remains 1-5 to 6 points. That's 8 points to 6. Na Piarsaigh having got that point from Paul Farrell, and Tulloch Herbert pointing the free just after half time for a hand. Just 2 scores now this second half. 1 for each side. So I think it's William O'Brien still down there being tended to. Puck out by Tom Malay. Patrick Smith blocking it down there, but now he's fast. Fergal Brosnan playing some good hurling at centre back, delivering that ball down there. Coming out for there, Dermot Collins gets as far as Adrian Sullivan. Sullivan swung around by the neck there by Connor Shields, was it? And it's a free out, says referee. And it will be Kevin Herbert to take it, and the man that's gone off is William O'Brien, a nasty facial injury. Oh, Kevin Herbert misstrikes that one. Coming for there's Adrian Sullivan and Pat Constantine picking it up there. It's Pat Condon, the number 10, taken off him there by Tony Graham. Hard pulling down there. Tough, uncompromising stuff. Ball breaks there to Darragh O'Neill. He picks the ball very, very near the ground. O'Neill going, he's still going. He's followed by 2 defenders. He's blocked down partially as he hit it. Didn't get the full force into it. Chris Graham comes out. Graham down top of the ball. That was Joe McCarthy. Oh, ball flashing right across. Fergal Brosnan gets the hurling to it. It's gone out. Oh, that must be a 65, I'd imagine. The line umpire signalling wide, but Tom Buston says it's a 65 for the Ahane men. And Kevin Herbert will come all the way, or Tulloch Herbert will come all the way from the, or come out from the forward to take this one. And striking this one long, deep into the heart of the square. Oh, Tom Malay had to be vigilant for that one. Malay's shot coming down here. Turlock Herbert is underneath, so it was Tony Graham. Flicks the ball through there to Robbie Nolan. Nolan has the ball. Good ball, low ball, right through the middle. Oh, Richie O'Brien coming out, misses that one. Ball breaks over the far side of the field. Robbie Nolan going for the throw to his number 12, Richard Flaherty. Flaherty hustled and bustled, still gets his shot in there. Shorter Laffin coming out for Shorter Laffin and Timmy Dawson, I think. I have the number 18. Or Pat O'Brien, I think it is. Oh, good shot there. And that shot came from nothing. Richard Flaherty it was, I think, that got it up in the hand and sent it sailing over the bar. Good point struck from all of about 50 metres out, and that one came from nothing. Emmett Graham with the puck out again, dropping that ball, score now 1-6 to 6 points. Ahane and Na Piarsaigh going to pull away. Or have they the measure of the Ahane men yet? Ball breaking through there. Oh, beautiful shot from Dermot Harrison. Remember, he took one like that in the first half. Swung it over for about 50 yards out. Well, he was 30 yards out that time. Swinging the Hurley left-handed straight between the posts. 1 goal and 6 points for Na Piarsaigh, 7 points for Ahane. And just as I was saying, well, Na Piarsaigh going to pull away with this one. Back strikes Ahane, back strikes Dermot Harrison in particular to shoot that one over the bar. That's Dermot's second point of the game. 1-6 to 7 points. Tom Malay takes the puck out. Patrick Smith is underneath it, flicks it through. There's Turlock Herbert. Herbert gets his shot over the far side of the field to Dermot Harrison as well. They're playing Dermot Harrison's corner. Going back there with Brian Horgan. Horgan tried to keep him outside him. Look at Harrison teasing Horgan. Gets a good ball in there. Darrow O'Neill is there. Stalemate back there. Tony Ryan flicks a good ball through there. Cathal Smith just couldn't get to it. Tom Malay can. Brings it out. Adrian Sullivan goes up for it. Member of this year's Limerick, I think, flicks the ball out there. Seamus Hassett. Trying to get his stroke in. That's Patrick Smith, of course. Patrick Smith gets his shot in. Oh, and Adrian Sullivan there. And knocked there for the number 5, Paul Condon. As Adrian Sullivan went for it, I think in actual fact it was purely accidental, that one. Flicked up the whole limit up as Paul Condon came in and got him in the head. In actual fact, I thought he was going to give a throw-in that time, the way he had signalled, but no, he says it's going to be a free. And Paul Condon himself would take it. And the jerseys of both sides drowned in sweat now. Very, very humid evening here at Kilmallock. Robbie Nolan breaks through there, striking that ball with a vengeance, dropping that ball into the... Oh, and Conor Shields breaking back there. That ball bobbling around the square. Oh, hard pulling in there. And the umpire trying to catch Tom Buston's attention. Something happened in there. Richard O'Flaherty coming across with that one. They're staying within there. Kevin Herbert's trying to get it. Paul Farrell has it. This is the danger man, takes his shot. Oh, beautiful score from Paul Farrell. Beautiful score from Paul Farrell, operating out centre forward. But when there was a lot of poking and picking going on in there, Paul Farrell was the man to come across and clean it up. He's playing a simply splendid game here at Kilmallock this evening. Shooting that ball over the bar, and it restores Na Piarsaigh's 1 goal superiority. 1-7 to 7 points. Sun has now gone in, and perfect conditions for hurling here at Kilmallock. Emmett Graham with the puck out, and he's very, very busy this second half. Ball dropping down there. Pat Considine coming through, flicks a good ball out here. So has Pat Condon the number 10. A dangerous ball, short to left and goes up for it, but so too goes Pat O'Brien. O'Brien gets the ball out to far side the corner. It's and a handman gets the flick to it. Dermot Collins, in actual fact, got a flick to it. It goes out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball for the Na Piarsaigh men, and Robbie Nolan will shove in from the midfield position to take this one. Nolan, the number 9, playing very well here tonight. He had a big bearing in the game against Kilmallock as well. And Tom Buston, a bit of an argument down there. 1-7 to 7 points, and I don't think Ahane would want to be letting Na Piarsaigh score again now. I don't think they'd want to let him get further than the 3 points ahead. Beautiful, lovely game of hurling here at Kilmallock this evening. Some very, very fast stuff. And there's a lot of delaying here. as Robbie Nolan gets away with this one. Shooting that ball across. Tulloch Herbert is back there. Ball breaks there as far as Fergal Brosnan, the centre back, is down, takes his shot in there. Shorshire laughing. Oh, it's a goal, a goal! And the story with that one was that Fergal Brosnan, the number 6, the centre back, had come down, collected the ball, hit it in now. The shot was weak enough, but Shorshire laughing somehow got a touch to it with his hurley. He stuck the hurley in there, got a touch to it, and it was enough to put Fergal Harrison in the Ahane goal off. And that's bad news for the Ahane men, but good news for the City men, because that puts Na Piarsaigh 2 goals ahead, 2-7 to 7 points as we enter the last quarter of the game. Adrian Sullivan will try and bring the Ahane men back into it. Not that way though. Robbie Nolan, now the Na Piarsaigh men about to take complete control. A flick from behind by Dara O'Neill is a foul. This is Tom Buston. Dara O'Neill arguing with him. And it gives Robbie Nolan a chance to shoot from the 65-metre line. And with not an awful lot of pressure on him with this one now. 2-7 to 7 points on Na Piarsaigh, about to win their first 100 and drives this ball in low. Oh, Emmett Graham put his hand up there, snapping that ball out of the air. Adrian Sullivan fighting for this one as he comes underneath. Ball breaking in there, missing. Paul Condon is the one that's back for number 5, flicks a good ball out here as far as the number 10. Lovely ball in there by Pat Condon, right across in the square. Emmett Graham is there looking for the hand man. Graham, he shot his clearance partially blocked down. Tulloch Herbert flicks that ball over the far side. Tony Ryan going for Tony Ryan and Owen Moriarty. Ball flicking through there. Dermot Harrison is out for it. So too is Brian Horrigan in close attendance. Horrigan harassing, trying to get the ball off Harrison. Harrison has it very near the sideline over there. Tony Ryan coming in for Owen Moriarty is there as well. There's fierce stalemate over there now. Who's going to win this one? Eventually Robbie Nolan gets a stick to it and only puts it out over the sideline, so that will be a line ball for the Ahane. Has that last Shorter laughing goal, I'd say, has that knocked the wind out of the Ahane sails? We wonder. Swingers of Hurley's over there. Fergal Brosnan puts a good ball out here. So Kevin Herbert. Kevin flicks the ball through there. So Cahill Smith. Oh, nice hurling there by Joe McCarthy, the cornerback. Nice hurling there by Pat Condon, the number 10, flicking that ball through it to Conor Shields. Shields making off from the cornerback. He's still going through, tries to run around his back, takes his shot. Well done by Fergal Harrison in the goal. Coming out with the ball, referee Tom Buston says that's the... Oh no, he says play on. Oh, ball coming down there. Tulloch Herbert pulling, and there's another pull. Oh, and Tulloch Herbert has drawn a fist across Robbie Nolan. Robbie Nolan has fisted him back. It's about a fisticuffs here. Something to this game can do without. Oh, a kick there while you're seeing it all. Well, there's certainly no place for scenes like this on a hurling field. You saw it yourself, and it doesn't take much for me to comment on. Only that maybe the Ahane men's patience is running out as time runs out for them. And Robbie Nolan was involved as well, but I think he could have been the first to be. He was the first to be sinned against. Now, to be fair, I'd have to say that. But it will all be recalled on video, of course. And further comment from me isn't necessary. I think just to say that there's no place for that kind of thing on the hurling field. And sooner Tom Buston deals with this, the better. I think he's taking the name of Kevin Herbert and Robbie Nolan, and I don't suppose he's too far wrong with taking those two names. Tom Buston saying that he'll send them off in future. I'm not too sure if Tom will send anyone off this evening. So, Tom in a good mood, I suppose, in keeping with the good evening we're having. So both names taken, they've shaken hands, and it's all settled again. And we're about to get underway with a throw in between the two culprits. Oh, Tom Buston decides no, stay away, lads. We'll have none of it. And instead it's Owen Moriarty and Tony Ryan. Ball in there. Richard O'Flaherty, the number 12, coming in there. And any time that ball is in a melee at this stage of the game, anything could happen. Fergal Brosnan gets a huge stroke in there, goes to the left and gone wide. So to recap on the score, Na Piarsaigh 2-7 and Ahane 7 points. And time running off the Ahane men here at Kilmallock. Ball dropping down. Darragh O'Neill puts a hand up, brings that one down out of the air, making away with the ball, still going with it. Ahane need a goal if anything now. O'Neill takes his shot, gone off to the right and gone wide. Caught it beautifully out of the air, ran 30-40 yards, but the ball, his shot, finishing veering off to the right and wide. Score remains 2-7 for Na Piarsaigh and Ahane 7 points. And now Na Piarsaigh about to garner their first county under-21 title. And remember, they're 21 years in existence this year. Ball dropping down over the far side of the field. Well batted down there by Tom Coffey. Starts Tony Ryan. Ryan trying to make inroads over there against Owen Moriarty. Flicks a good ball through. Seamus Hassan in there. He pulls in the ball. Oh, Carl Smith did nice. Did well to flick that ball, let that ball through. But Tom Millay very vigilant. Adrian Sullivan's there. So too is Paul Farrell. Farrell flicks the ball very near the sideline. Gone out. And this will be a sideline ball for the Ahane men. And I see a cut there on Paul Farrell's knee. What? Let's say 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I reckon, to go in this game. Hard pulling in there. And stalemate as well. Robbie Nolan comes in to attempt to clear it up. Trying to make room for himself. Blocked down there by Tom Coffey as far as Adrian Sullivan. Sullivan there as far as Seamus Hass or Patrick Smith. Paul Conlon gets the ball away as far as Robbie Nolan here. Nolan trying to control it. Flicks the ball forward through to Richie O'Brien. Richie O'Brien there and Emmett Graham. Graham takes his shot and gone out over the sideline line ball for the Na Piarsaigh men. And Paul Condon urging Robbie Nolan to go in, but Robbie says, I'll take that. Paul Condon returns to the right half-back position. Robbie Nolan with this one, very, very short. Kevin Herbert is there. Kevin tried to come away with the ball. He's fouled, says the referee. Down he goes, and that will be a free for the Ahane men. And Tulloch Herbert playing very, very far back now. And I think he's still at midfield. And I see the Ahane men just telling him to go up the field. They need scores now. Paul Condon cuts this one off. Good delivery from Condon, dropping that ball down. Oh, hard pulling there between the two of them. Robbie Nolan, ball breaks to Robbie Nolan. Adrian Sullivan's there as well. Patrick Smith trying to open up something here for the Ahane men. Flicks his shot through. Oh, Darragh O'Neill fights himself with space. The initial touch fails him. He has the ball, they're going through with it. Trying to get his stroke. It does. Tom Millay can't keep it out. And Ahane are back in the game. And you can see or hear a huge support from the Ahane men. Darragh O'Neill got that one 30 yards out. I thought the initial touch did leave him down. He fumbled it a little bit, recovered well though. Raced right into the edge of the square and gave Tom Millay no chance with that one. 2-7 for the Piarsaigh, 1-7 for Ahane. Nothing in it again. And Ahane about to start it back into the game. Kevin Herbert fouled as he came out with it. And where it seemed that the Na Piarsaigh men were coasting to an easy victory, it's been completely, this game turned completely on its head. Ball drops in from Tulloch Herbert. Darragh O'Neill is waiting on the end of it. No one coming to take him up. Fergal Brazza's legs seem to be gone. O'Neill going through it. Is this going to be another score? Gets out to try to get out to his left side. Takes his shot. Blocked down partially. Oh, goal! Dermot Harrison. The number 13, Jim, he's got out into the corner. Dermot Harrison holding the hurley high up in the air. Complete turnabout at Kilmallock here tonight. Na Piarsaigh 2-7, Ahane 2-7. And where I was guilty myself of writing off Ahane even, they've come storming back into the game. We've got, here we go in the background, we've got some fabulous tussle ahead of us now. Now is the time when the spirit of both sides is going to be tested. The ball breaks there to Robbie Nolan. Nolan followed. Flicks the ball through there as far as Richardo Flaherty. Flaherty, the number 12, makes room for himself. No one after him. Takes his shot high. Gone to the right and gone wide. Na Piarsaigh 2-7, Ahane 2-7. Absolutely nothing in the game. I make it about 6-7 minutes to go in this game. But with all this excitement, I seem to have Bill Reedy coming in, trying to make changes. Bill Reedy seeing this game slip away from that. Paul Condon tried to bring his side back into it. Hurley's breaking in pieces now. It's all Fergal Bras at the centre back going through. Tulloch Herbert comes to cut it out. Pat Condon is out. Considine's after him. Herbert gets his shot through there as far as Darragh O'Neill. The ball flicked off his Hurley. And Paul Farrell has gone back from the centre forward position all the way back to centre back to try and stop the rot back there. So Paul Farrell and Darragh O'Neill, they were tussling at either end of the field in the first half for supremacy. They now find themselves on them. Fate has brought them together. O'Neill has brought a hand into this game with his surging runs. Got a goal the first time. And Tony Ryan of Dermot Howson got the second one. Ball dropping down. There's no... Richie O'Brien breaking onto. O'Brien flicks the ball through. Tried to get the ball through. He's going with it himself. Oh, he takes his shot. He should have left it into Shorter Laffin. He didn't. A hand clear out as far as the number 12 Richardo Flaherty. Flaherty tried to make room for himself. He's blocked down referee Tom Coffey. Our referee Tom Buster says play out to Tom Coffey. Out goes Shorter Laffin. Laffin tried to get him. Has the ball. He said try to get his shot in. He does. Ball dropping in there. Up goes. Oh, the ball breaking to Richard Flaherty. What a game we're having at Kilmallock. What a score. Shorter Laffin got that ball out in the corner. Hit it in. Richard Flaherty was on the deflection. I don't know who it came off of. Caught it and flashed a great ball, a rocket past Fergal Harrison goal. Harrison had no chance at all of saving it. But it puts the Piarsaigh a goal ahead again. What a tremendous game we're having here in Kilmallock. And a huge crowd have come to witness it. Bank of people here behind us. I don't think you've seen them all through the game, but they're enjoying the game. Take a look at some of those faces. I told you about the big crowd that come to view tonight's game. Well, they're certainly getting their money's worth here at Kilmallock. As Na Piarsaigh was coasting at 2 goals up and a hand fight back to bring it level terribles. Na Piarsaigh come back down the field. The game. Meanwhile, Emmett Graham, the full-back for Ahane, has come off the field. He's certainly going to be a loss. Ahane have now lost 2 of their backmen. Emmett Graham is off. Ball breaking there. Robbie Knowles there. Adrian Sullivan fighting with for all he's worth with the ball. Paul Condon gets through it. Robbie Knowles sends a huge ball in there. Shorter Laffin's underneath it. Laffin breaking in. Flicks. Oh, great goal from Shorter Laffin. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff at Parkville Gabbles here in Kilmallock. A long delivery from Robbie Nolan, latched onto by Seamus Laffin. Shorter Laffin. He fell, he lost the ball, but he got a flick of the hole. He didn't flick the past Fergal House and back with the play. I think I have pneumonia. This coughing of mine is getting worse as Richardo Flaherty goes away. Misses his first shot. To get it up again. Tom Coffey's there in close attendance. Flaherty turning and wheeling, but referee Tom Buston says he holds that ball too long. Tom Coffey winning that one. I make it about 3 minutes to go in this county final, and what a tremendous game we've seen here. Is it beyond the bounds of possibility that Ahane could fight back from 2 more goals down? They've done it before. Time does running out now. A superb contest here at Kilmallock. Tom Coffey is going to take this one, the right half back. And I see Ahane. I've got a lot of their top men back up into the forwards. Darragh O'Neill going up there. Tom Coffey. Sub in for the Na Piarsaigh men. It's Michael O'Hare, I think it is, in as Connor Shields gets that ball over there. Has time to stroke his shot, dropping it right in there. Laffin goes up again. That man is a thorn in the side of the Ahane men down there. That's Shorter Laffin, the number 15, striking that ball back across the face of the goal. But Kevin Herbert is there to clear it out, sending the ball way up. Paul Condon's underneath it. 2 Na Piarsaigh and Paul Condon, Paul Farrell clash together. Dermot Harrison coming in. Pat Constantine is there. No, number 8 tried to get his stroke in. He does just that to Robbie Nolan. Robbie Nolan all needs Connor Shields all needs lonesome. Delivers a huge ball and has gone too far. Shorter Laffin going up for it, brings it down. Flicks the ball back across the square number 4. Dermot Collins is there. Breaking through is Another chance for the Piarsaigh. Ball breaks out. As far as Micheál O'Hare, I think it is. I think that's the name I've been given. Micheál O'Hare, his shot goes out over the in-line. Wide ball. And a chance for Ahane to mount another attack. And mind you, there can't be many more minutes left in this game. I make it myself about 1 minute to go in the game. 4-7 for the Piarsaigh, 2-7 for Ahane. But what a thrilling second half we've had here in Kilmallock. We've had everything. As Tom Coffey breaks through that one, Adrian Sullivan gets the rebound, flicks the ball through there, says Cathal Smith. Cathal can't hold it. Joe McCarthy does, flicks the ball out here, says Paul Condon. Condon going to pull it. Patrick Smith is there with Shaving. Adrian Sullivan flicking on it. Ball gone out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball. And my view is hindered here. And it's a throw-in, says referee Tom Buston. Ball's in, a hard clashing down there, there's stalemate either side, and the ball got out over the sideline. And a line ball for Ahane. But what a tremendous contest we've had here tonight. 2 points between the sides at half time. The Piarsaigh gets extended it. Eventually gets it. Oh, poor ball there. One back though. But one back again by the Piarsaigh. As Conor Shields moves in. Releasing a good ball into the corner. Dermot Collins comes across to cut it out. Coming with the ball. Gone very, very near the sideline. Hard pulling down there. Ferocious pulling down there indeed. It's been a fast-paced game all through. Hard pulling. And that ball blocked down there. They're still going. Richie O'Brien is there. Dermot Collins is there. Exchange is very, very heated down there as Tom Buston sees a free. And it will be a free in for the Na Piarsaigh men. And Robbie Nolan has the chance to seal this one for the Na Piarsaigh men. Remember, they're 2 goals ahead. But what I make it time up now as Robbie Nolan prepares with this one. What a tremendous contest we've had here at Kilmallock tonight. Takes his shot and greeted with huge salute, or huge roar from the Na Piarsaigh crowd here. 4 goals and 8 points to 2-7. As I was saying, what a tremendous county final we've had. Great hurling, we've had everything. 2 points in it at half time. Na Piarsaigh extended that to 6 points midway through the second half. And at a stage when a lot of people would have written off Ahane, back they came with 2 goals, 2 splendid goals. And just when we thought that Na Piarsaigh were going to lose their way, they hit back for 2 goals after that, and they seem to be fully in control now as Richie O'Brien takes that shot. But it veers off to the right and wide, so it's still 4-8 to 2-7. But it's been a great encounter. And I'll tell you, Na Piarsaigh have earned the county final if they do come out with this one, as Adrian Sullivan gets that ball through there. Owen Moriarty is back for it. Patrick Smith is in there. Pulling in there. Pat Condon eventually gets it over the far side of the field, doesn't trying to swing the ball around. Oh, sure, so Laffin goes out for Laffin and Cathal. That sub that came in, I'm not too sure that man's name. Brishdow Flaherty gets the ball through there. Oh, Ahane get it away eventually, but only as far as Robbie Nolan. Richie O'Brien breaks through, and Fergal Harrison has to get a stick to it and flicks that ball out over the in-line for a 65. Well, there can't be much left in this county final now, as Robbie Nolan gets ready with this one. 4-8 to 2-7, and that's it. And the Piarsaigh are 1989 county champions. In a year when they celebrate their 21st birthday, they win the under-21 crown after a gallant game against Ahane. Final score on the Piarsaigh 4-8, Ahane 2-7. But what a tremendous encounter here from both sides. As I say, we had everything. A thrilling first half. We had a second half when it seemed that one team were going to walk away with backstroke Ahane. And with those 2 goals, one from Darragh O'Neill, the other from Dermot Harrison. And then we were asking the question, were Na Piarsaigh gone? Indeed they weren't, because Seoirse Laffin had a say in it. He hit back for 2 goals, his last one in particular being a splendid effort. He was grounded, seemed to have lost control of the ball, but got a hold to it, flicked it past the despairing Fergal Harrison. So that's it. We'll get the presentation now.
Harry, get the captain down, Fergal. On behalf of the county board, lads, first I would like to say, and coming from the city, I'm very proud to say, there's a new power in Limerick Hurling after today. And there was never a new power needed more than now, and this young club coming up are proving that they're going to be club of the future. And this, on the occasion of the 21st anniversary, on behalf of the county board, I'm very proud to present them with this cup and winning the 21 title. And when you beat Ahane in the county final, you've won something, as we well know. Hard luck to Ahane, who have again lost the final, but full merit to the Piarsaigh, who were brilliant on the night. I think the big crowd here tonight enjoyed a fantastic game of hurling, and I wish the Piarsaigh every good luck for the future. And in conclusion, remember lads, that you will now be leading Limerick in this year's under-21 championship, and we hope to bring back the cup again once more. Congratulations.
We've worked really hard for this, not just this year, but since we started. This team has been together since. It's been for the years since under 12. We've worked hard, and I think it is definitely a new era in the Piarsaigh hurling, and hopefully we'll be bringing back a senior county trophy to this club in the coming years. And with the help of our mentors, there's so many of them that we have to thank. People like Martin Collins, Bill Kiley, Tom Quinn, Peter O'Dwyer, and one man who always trained us throughout the year. And since we were with under 12, he's a great man. That's Bill Reedy. I'd like to thank everyone who came out to support us today, and I'm sure you got a great game of hurling. I'd like to thank Ahane for a great match. I'm sure they won't be thanks. They won't be grudges for this win. They've been here before. Lads, there's always another year. There's fellas here I was at school with, and they're all great hurlers. 3 cheers for Ahane. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Thanks very much.
Who would you want? Jim? Father, a tremendous under-21 county final, but there was a stage at the second half, I'd say, when you must have had a heart attack.
That's true. Well, I did. I'm used to heart attacks actually during match, actually, but of course, a final against Ahane, you only expect one thing from Ahane, a hard game, and a team with tradition doesn't give up easy in a county final, and I'm glad that our boys showed that they were equal to what Ahane could throw at us. We knew Ahane had good hurlers, but I think with the work Bill Reedy and his fellow selectors did with those boys this year, they weren't going to win. They wanted to win it for each other, they wanted to win it for the mentors, and they wanted to win it for the club. And I'm very glad for those lads personally, because I think they're a great bunch of lads, and I would hope that they will stick to the game in the future.
One more thing, fella, is there a county senior title in them?
With the help of God and the mentors and a bit of dedication, you know, it's a big step, but hope springs eternal. The lads have the talent, and with younger players coming through after them, we are hopeful and confident. We'd love to be a senior hurling club to offer something definite to Limerick hurling at this stage.
Thanks very much, fella. The Piarsaigh a long time plugging away. You won a lot of underage titles.
That's right.
Does this evening's win mean the most to you?
This evening always is the icing on the cake. the first senior title like under 21 or minor. We never won a minor championship yet either. So it was great. This was badly needed. Now this will keep us going for 4 or 5 more years as we try to put hurlers together. But full credit to the lads and to the mentors as well.
A tight game all along, Fad, in the first half. You extended to 6 points in the second.
Yes.
Did you feel that you were home and dry?
No, I didn't. I was afraid Ahane would come back, and they came back and they got 2 goals, and I thought we'd last at that stage. But I underestimated the resolve of our boys, and you know, so fair credit to them. They didn't win it easy. They won it the hard way.
It's supposed to be a bit unfair to ask you to single out individuals, Father, but were there a few that you would pick out tonight from your team?
Well, I'd have to. I'm biased in that regard. Actually, I'd have to pick Social Effin because his mother comes from Effin. You know, and I'm an Effin man myself, and I think I'd have to give the man of the match unreservedly to Sorsha.
He played very well, got 2 great goals.
2 goals, yeah, he did. Indeed. He's a great competitor, you know, so I think Sorsha felt that he was playing at home tonight because the mother is from Effin, and I think he's very relaxed when he comes out here, and full credit to Sorsha. I'm very proud for him and for his family.
There's Effin hurlers all over the place, sure. They're in Tipperary as well.
That's right, and there's a few Effin priests as well.
Well, thanks very much for talking.
Okay, lads, thanks.
Describe the scene, sir. I'm on.
Tighten up a bit more, lads.
Well, you're now looking at the County Under 21 Hurling Champions for 1989 Na Piarsaigh. And we've heard from a few already that maybe this is a sign of better things to come. First senior title for Na Piarsaigh. That's an Under 21 title. Is there a senior title in this team? We'll have to wait and see. But they played some great hurling tonight. Do you know these lads?
Yeah, we know them well. They're great friends.
Take us along so from the front to the left.
Okay, from there is Tommy Murphy.
We don't want to...
That's Tommy Murphy there to the left. And Jamie Murphy's brother on the right.
Well, there's 2 happy ladies. There's a happy man. Bill Reedy. A man who was credited in Captain Fergal Brosnan's speech after the game with playing a big part in bringing this county title to Na Piarsaigh. Credited by Father Tom Carroll with the man of the match tag. 3 goals, I'd say. Is that what you struck?
No, 2 goals.
Was it 2?
Yeah.
I thought you got 1 in the first half.
I did. I got 1 in the first half and 1 in the second.
You only got...
Yeah.
But
No,
didn't you get a
I'd
flick
know-
to the... You got a flick to the second
No,
goal?
I ran in. I don't know. I might have, but
I
just followed in. The goalkeeper fumbled it, and I just ran on. I think it might have went in overtime before I got to it.
Tell me, Shorter, I thought your last goal was a particularly good goal. You seem to have lost control and you still got a flick to it.
Well, I caught it and I went down. I went for the solo run, and the man just knocked it out of my hurley, and I just went down and I flicked it on. It's a great goal to score for me.
You're a happy man tonight, I know, Shorter.
Delighted. Greatest moment of my life.
Well done,
Thanks a
congratulations.
lot. Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm in my
You're
head.
credited with being the most exciting one. Is that true?
That's quite true. All right, I go stone-matted matches.
Is that at all matches on
all
the Piarsaigh?
matches. Oh, all matches.
Are you in the Piarsaigh woman?
Well, I'm in the Piarsaigh parish, like I'm in Cartavon parish. I am.
And you
Yeah.
see this being a very
Oh
good
yeah.
for
You see, I taught a lot of these fellas. That's why I came out to see them
You put
tonight.
them all through your hands.
I did. Oh, a lot of them.
Well, they certainly weren't playing camogie tonight, sister.
Oh, they sure weren't. They were really playing. They had stuff tonight, weren't they?
Thanks very much, sister, for talking to us.
God bless.
It was an excellent game, but unfortunately there wasn't much in it, really. And I thought we had them when we got the 2 goals, but just wasn't to be. There seemed to be a better balanced team. They had better combination and better understanding. But by and large, it was a great game.
And still hope, of course, for a hand's future, no doubt.
Oh yeah, you see, what people don't appreciate or realise that this is the end of a 5-year cycle. We've been at the top in under 21 for 5 years, since surely there's a limit to the material you can put on the field year after year. Most of our lads were very young. They were only 16, 17 years of age. But our big hope is in the senior team, and we expect to go a long ways in this year's senior championship.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that, Michael. Thanks very much for talking.
Okay.
Darren Neal down and dejected, no doubt, after losing a county final.
I suppose this is my third one in a row, so you know. I lost to Ahane here in '87, and a month later I lost the minor here to Kilmallock. You know, it's not a lucky field for me really.
Exchange was very close in the first half, 2 points between the sides at half time. They forged into a 6-point lead. You thundered back into the game. You must have had hopes of pulling it off then, Dara, did you?
Yeah, when we got the second goal, Dermot Harrison got a great goal up there. I thought we had to come back immediately with a point. We needed a reply after that, and we lost two of our great backmen, and they came down and scored a goal. I think that really sickened us. We had chances after that, but they finished on with a fourth, and that really killed us, you know.
And would you have said that the effort to try and bring that 6 points down, that took a lot out of you?
It did. It took a lot out of us, but as I say, you know, luck didn't go our way. We could have got a few more frees up there, which, you know, I won't fault the ref, but they could have went our way and they didn't, you know.
Dara, full forward, centre forward, a new position for you. When did this come about?
It came about because of an injury. I pulled a hamstring in a freshers match down in Cork, and I played there against Kilmallock, and you know, things went fairly well for me. So I started off there again tonight. You know, we needed someone to play into inside there. You know, so that's the way it went. You know.
But no doubt, Dara, Ahane and Darren O'Neill will be back.
Oh, we'll be back. We're never down. We're never down for long. You know, we've some fine players. We have a very young team tonight. We've about 7 minors playing in that team tonight. So we'll be back, and we'll be back next year.
Well, Dara, thanks very much for talking to us, and have luck.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Kevin Helbert, and captain for tonight. Very disappointed man, no doubt.
Fierce disappointed, fierce. We were well beaten in the night. They deserved it, you know. They were a more balanced team. So
You came back from 6 points down, Kevin, and
yeah, I thought at that stage we had them, like, you know, because I thought that they had done all the hurling up to that, and I thought it was our turn, you know. But they came back in, they got a lucky goal, and that brought them back into the game.
And I suppose you'd have to give them credit for a team that did actually go, had 6 points up on the board and were hauled back. Well, they didn't crumble.
No, they came back again. So they deserved the victory on the night, you know.
And it was fairly hard out there.
It was tough at times. Yeah. It was tough, but that wins games, you know.
So hopefully you'll be back again.
Hopefully back next year. Hopefully.
Kevin, thanks.
See you maybe. See you in the next few years.
Well, Kevin.
Maybe this year, who knows?
Well,
hopefully.
Well, Kevin, thanks so much for talking to us.
Thanks,
and have luck. Tulla Helbert winning on many a side, but the loser tonight, disappointed.
Well, I think I've been loser more times than a winner, and I know how it's like to lose now at this stage, and the next thing I win, whatever it's going to be, I'm going to really relish it, because I'm going to try very hard. I don't think I put enough physical effort into that tonight. Mentally I was fairly well prepared, but physically I wasn't.
But you came up against a very stiff Na Piarsaigh side, Tulloch.
They were very good, very worthy champions, and it must be said, like, they're no joke team. They're no flash in the pan, and I'm delighted for them that they won it. Any other day I would have hoped that they would have won it, but they did win it today, and fair play to them.
About Na Piarsaigh, Tulloch, do you reckon they could be a force to see in a hurling?
Well, they certainly have shown they have younger talent coming up, and it's more or less up to their own club officials now, as the same case with us. It's up to the club officials in the Piarsaigh to sort of foster the game and keep fellas interested, and they will be, because Limerick needs more talent. We need a new approach to inter-county hurling in Limerick, definitely.
Where does the Ahane team go from here?
Well, hopefully we'll have a fairly formidable senior team this year, within the next few years, but hurling is a religion out around Ahane for many families, and it's not going to die just because we were beaten in one game. We've been beaten many times before, many times. In fact, too many times for most teams that they would have given up at this stage, but we'll just keep hacking away, because the most of us, we love the game, you know. We've it keeps us going. We thrive off it out in Ahane.
Well, on that note, Tulloch, we'll leave you go, and thanks very much for talking to us.
Yeah,
There's many men who'll be on the losing side will come out and talk to.
Yeah, I'd just like to say get well soon to my Uncle Sean in hospital, and I'm very sorry we couldn't win it tonight for him, because if we did win it, it would have been for him.
Well, those are words I'm sure all Limerick Gael would re-echo.
All right.
Thanks very much, Tulloch. Now deserted Park Vigarl to Kilmallock. The in story, of course, is that Na Piarsaigh are county champions, under 21 champions, and the irony of it, I suppose, is that they're county champions, under 21 county champions, on their 21st birthday. From where they go from here, well, we don't know. They definitely have the makings of a fine senior team. Ahane losers on the night, but as you heard Tulloch Herbert say there, hurling in Ahane is a religion, and certainly they'll be back. So from Kilmallock, with the final score, Na Piarsaigh 4 goals and 8 points, Ahane 2-7. It's a goodbye from us.